Hey, welcome back everybody. It's Chad from The Right Line, and I wanted to give you a little update on my Bulldog air compressor. You may have remembered a while back I was having some troubles with this Bulldog air compressor, and it kind of sounded like it was about ready to blow up. I'm not so sure it's supposed to be making that noise. So at the last Coffee and Crawlers at Desert Rat in Tempe, I dropped it off with Bob from Bulldog Winches. So they had the air compressor for about a week. I took it back to their shop, tested it, got back with me, and told me there's nothing wrong with that air compressor. Builds 150 psi pressure in the air compressor, but there's nothing wrong with it. But there is something wrong with it. I could not stand the yellow coiled hose that came with this air compressor, so I took it off and started using the hose that I was using in the Grand Cherokee on the Puma air compressor there. And therein lies the problem. Some of you might be shaking your heads yes to exactly what I'm about ready to say, but this is apparently a closed air chuck. Closed air chuck, meaning that when this is not connected to a valve stem, no air leaks out of the hose. And therein lies the problem. This air compressor is designed to be using an open air chuck, not a closed air chuck. This air compressor does not have a shutoff switch in it, so that when it reaches its peak pressure, it shuts off. It doesn't do that. So instead, with having a closed air chuck on this air compressor, pressure is going to build up inside this air line and into the compressor, and it's going to blow off through the blow-off valve. So what I've done to fix this problem was ordered a pair of open air chucks from Amazon. Now, these will fit right on the end of my hose. I'm going to get one of them installed and see how it works. Alright, so I mounted the new open air chuck on the end of my hose, and of course the problem is that because it has a valve in here, it makes it a closed system. So this just isn't going to work anymore. So instead I took the second one and I mounted it on the end of the coiled hose. Now when I turn the compressor on, seems to do the job. Now the only pain in the neck about doing this is that I'm not going to have a gauge on the end of my hose when I'm filling up the Jeep. So instead I'm going to have to walk around, fill a tire, guesstimate, and then check it with a gauge. Now you may have noticed this in the background of what I was just doing in the video with this air chuck. And what I've basically started here is a tie-down rack for the back of Chewy when the rear seat is out. What I've done is I've designed this rack. This is the rearward facing part of the rack. That's the forward facing part of the rack. And right there I put my refrigerator. Right here and here I fit some action packers. I can go too high if I want. And right back over there, that's the battery out of the Overland trailer. What I've done with the battery box lid is I've put in a 12-volt power supply that'll power the fridge, 2 USB chargers at 2 amps, LED gauge, and a circuit breaker, and the battery there from the Overland trailer. So the nice thing about having this in the back of the Jeep is that not only can I run the refrigerator off of it, I can charge all my camera gear, I can charge it using the 100-watt solar panel I have from Goal Zero, and it's a spare battery in case I need to do any trail welding or jump starting. Now the other thing you may have noticed in the background is that Chewy got taller. Last Saturday, I installed a Teraflex Outback Overland 3-inch suspension lift on Chewy. I'm using Bilstein shocks, and this lift uses its Outback Overland 3-inch coil spring, which has a higher spring rate than their typical 3-inch coil. This is going to be perfect for my application when I have stuff on the top of the roof rack or the rooftop. Good morning, everybody. Chad from The Right Line. Today is the day that Chewy gets to grow up.
Say hi to the camera, Kenny.
Hi, camera Kenny.
Kenny is the one who, yeah, well, let's just say he drilled through the fluid area. Well, tell us what you did there, Kenny. Tell us what happened.
There was something behind something and it shouldn't have gotten cut, but it got cut. Oops.
Washer fluid. Thank you. Washer fluid refill. No big deal. Doing a Teraflex lift on Chad's sheet, which is going to be awesome. Then we have Brittany, who is wearing a Teraflex hat, which is awesome because we all love Teraflex, don't we, Chad?
Yep. It's almost as if you guys are sponsored by Teraflex. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be awesome. Uh-oh, it went limp. My camera went limp. What did I do?
There's bills for that.
Oh, it's... Again?
Teraflex, are you listening?
Because we love Teraflex. Looks like Kenny and Chad got the front end done. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, Teraflex. Oh yeah, look at that. And that beautiful, them brand new springs and shocks. Hey, at least they got your sticker on, not upside down like mine, Chad.
Yeah.
I think mine was on the rear that's upside down.
Let's go out.
Here's Chad's alley here from today. That's his alley from last night at my house, working on my girl Brittany's truck. Thank you again, Chad. Oh, how's your hand from getting hit with the hammer?
It's all right today.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I hit Chad's hand with the hammer when he told me not to. I felt so horrible. But they started at like 6 a.m. this morning. So, and I got here a little bit late, but I did get here.
I got 2 of these. And I'm guessing this could have been on there.
Almost done, just reinstalling the shaft, or should I say Chad's shaft. Just finished the exhaust spacers, which was a pain in the butt. There's 2 of the bolts got stripped. And he installed the Teraflex high clearance reception joint. Rezepa joint. Yeah, that's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant.
Anyway, things are coming along with Chewy and little small projects here around the garage. If you're returning to The Right Line, welcome back. And if you're finding me for the first time, welcome. Please like, share, and comment if you find something that you like. Don't forget to check out some of the links to cool products down below in the description. I'll see you again next time.